Hello all. So in today's tutorial, we'll be learning more about the Kubernetes service, what it is. So Kubernetes service is an abstraction which provides a stable network or endpoint for the users or maybe other service from where, with the help of the URL, you can access the application. Now, your pause may be coming up or down because of various reasons like auto scaling or maybe the pause is running out of memory CPU and it will be keep going down and up. So it is a way by which Kubernetes service provides an endpoint so that users can have a stable connection and they can have a common endpoint for viewing the application instead of being disrupted due to the pod coming up or down. Now there are various kind of service types. So we can see in the screen like we have ClusterIP, NodePort type, LoadBalancer type, external type, as well as the headless type. So we'll go through one by one. So ClusterIP is by default, it exposes the service internally within the cluster. So if you don't need to access anything outside the cluster, you can have a ClusterIP side of service. So it will not expose anything externally, but everything will be internally. It makes the service within the cluster available for internal microservices to talk to each other or communicate. And it is definitely not accessible from the outside the cluster. The next one is the NodePort. So it is basically used for making the service on each node IP, a static port and static IP is assigned. So those things are accessible, or the applications are accessible by the static IP and static ports and the static IPs of the node. So that is why it is called NodePort type of service. It can be accessed by the cluster, and it can be accessed by the other service or maybe the user with the help of the cluster. You have to give the cluster either the IP with the colon port, or you can give the DNS and then you can give the port or domain and then colon port. It is simple, but it is not ideal for production grade traffic. Then we go to the third one, which is LoadBalancer. So this is most commonly used by in the industry because it exposes the service externally with the help of all the cloud providers we have, and it is an easy way because you don't need to remember port and IP and all other stuff. So it is best use case you can say for external access in the cloud environment, especially you can say GKE, or AKS, which is Azure, AWS, or Google Cloud. This is a very good option for production grade of applications which needs public exposure. The next one is external name, which is again the services can be mapped to the DNS, so you can have your own DNS and you can map the service to the DNS. So this is called external name. And the last one is also very important, where you have a special cluster IP service, and you can give :none, which is for directly accessing the pods. So headless service is the way by which you can access the application without the use of any external load balancer or cluster IP, etc. But you can directly expose your pods DNS. So that may be very critical where you don't have a service or you don't want unnecessary things which is too complex. So in that case, you can directly expose the pod as an endpoint. So that is all known as a headless service.